Welcome back, Division 2 agents and Division fans. This is Tom Clancy's Division 2, and this is what's happening today, 22 December 2020. We're going to go over a lot of loot. We're going to go over the projects. We're going to go over the different events. We're going to go over the seasonal active missions. And that also includes a global event that's taken off today. I haven't even looked at it, just signed on myself after work, and I'm here to send the news to you. So let's look at a lot of loot, and then we'll step into the other projects as we need to. So again, checking out the dark zones in DC. Fenris out west. Down south we have Mask. And over in the east is Skill Attachments. In the west end, we have Golan Gear. Aces and Eights at Federal Emergency Bunker. Future Initiative at Foggy Bottom. Marksmanship Rifles at Potomac Event Center. Roosevelt Island, China Light Industries. SMG's Lincoln Memorial. This is going to be a great place to run. It's quick. It's got 3 bosses. It's got a few boxes, 2 boxes to open. And the submachine guns are always great. Lady Death is still a great weapon. The backfire, if you learn how to use it, it came over a little overhyped. And for a lot of people, the bleed damage is just too much. It gets you killed if you don't use it right. And then there's always the trusty chatterbox, and some people still run that. It's not quite as popular as it was back in the day when it was almost always your secondary weapon to make your first weapon that much better. Let's go on with the allotted loot. West Potomac Park, Rigger, the new Rigger. Tidal Basin is Grupo Sombra. Araldi Holdings in Constitutional Hall. And over in DCD today is Light Machine Guns. Hardwire is Downtown West. Bank Headquarters, Strikers Battle Gear. In Downtown East is Empress International. Sokolov's Concern, Grand Washington Hotel. District Union, Body Armor. Going down into the ongoing directive is at Federal Triangle. Jefferson Trade Center is Gilligard. Viewpoint Museum, which is also an invaded, is Backpacks. Now, why I point out these invadeds is look at the reward difference between doing an invaded mission and a regular mission. It doesn't show up on those, but these are usually only at challenging are only like 268,000. These are a little bit more than that, almost twice as much more than that, maybe 60-70% more than that. So definitely worth doing your invadeds to jump up in levels. So check those out. East Mall, Assault Rifles. American History Museum, Bellstone Armory. The Capitol is Legendary this week. It is also the Stronghold for the week. So the Capitol building is definitely going to be popular. And of course, holsters are dropping there. So if you have got to level 90, you can run the Capitol building and maybe you'll get a waveform holster to drop to a friend or a second one to roll. I like getting at least 2 of each exotic. Now I'll always drop one, even if I only have one, I'll drop it to them first before I'll take a second one or multiple ones, because it's part of the game that I love, is helping out other people. It's why I got into making content, is again, I'm trying to help other people like other people help me, or even more. So pay it ahead, pay it backwards, however you want to see it. But I get enjoyment off of helping other people, clanmates, new people, um, you, the listener. So if there's something you would like to see on this program or see done different, please put it down in the comments. Let me know. If you're on Xbox, look up Bear Buyer 65. I'll gladly run some missions with you and help you out. I do get frustrated just like everybody else when we waste time at 2 or 3 hours and can't get something done because somebody gives up or they're just not got the right build to begin with. But I would gladly help you get the right build and a build that helps you out the best. So help anybody out there. Just know that sometimes an old man, there's a reason why I'm called the bear. So just understand that ahead of time. And I apologize for not being anything other than a nice Christian gentleman, but it is a game that brings out the worst sometimes. Air and Space Museum Invaded Mission is Richter and Kaiser. Down in Southwest is Wyvern Gear. Over at Space Administration is Gloves, and remember that's one of the speed runs this week. Jefferson Plaza, which is also a speed run, also an Invaded, so we're going to be running that a lot today. And Gear System mods, a great gear system, totally maxed out gear system mod is a treasure for sure and hard to find. So it's good, and always until you get those maxed out, that's a good place to run. So going up into Judicial Square, we got Badger Tough. Of course, out to the summit, you get to pick anything you want to do. And remember, when you get to the top level and complete it, of course, you want to do that during the Christmas season. There is a nice hunter mask. We'll be coming out with a real quick video on that, as I did that on 4 or 5 different characters yesterday and helped other people. Why I say 4 or 5 characters is I actually jumped on my 30-year-old son's account and did that for him. He's been doing a lot of work lately, so kind of got him the Christmas mask on his character as well. And all 4 of my characters. That's why I said 5 characters. So Manning Zoo is available, and it is pistols. I assume that's going to be our seasonal daily project. That's why it's flashing hard at me. So we'll see that when we investigate the missions and projects. Tip of the Spear at Amusement Park. At Ballpark Rifles. Hannah U at Camp White Oak. Murakami at the Pentagon, which is, again, second week of the time trials. And DARPA, Petrov Defense. So let's head off to New York. Douglas and Harding up at Civic Center. Providence Defense at the Tombs. True Patriot at Two Bridges. Knee Pads at Stranded Tanker. Harrison Walker and Co. at Financial District. Wall Street has Eclipse Protocol. Hunter's Fury, Liberty Island. Seska Veropa at Battery Park. And Alps Summit at Pathway Park. So that's what's happening on a lot of loot. A lot of things to check out today. Let's go over to the missions and check out our projects for the day. And like we said, that Manning Zoo is the seasonal project password. So if you have accounts, I highly recommend that you crank up some directives, crank up as much as you think you can do, as high as you can do, and get that project up to a good reward and earn up to 500,000 points for doing that one run through. And that's additional to what you normally get. So if you get the 490 and you get, say, 600,000 for running on a heroic, or 900,000 for heroic and 4 directives or 5 directives, you get that and this almost $500,000 bonus on top of that. So it is an additional 2. So it's definitely worth doing. Daily projects is Lincoln Memorial. Well, I told you Lincoln Memorial is going to be a great one to run today. It's got the SMGs. So even if you got all those exotics, you can always get one for a friend, or you can get one to recalibrate, re-roll one of your exotics that aren't perfect, give it a chance to get that way. 3 West Potomac Park activities, 2 named enemies, and again, running through the mission, if you run it at a harder difficulty, you're going to run into some yellow enemies, and that's going to take care of that. And then you just donate 50 supply resources at a control point, and you're going to get another 146,000 and that 1 shade calibration. Now, the other thing about that, the shade calibrations, if you have multiple accounts, and you've heard me preach this time and time again, reason why you should have 4 accounts is, or not 4 accounts, but 4 characters on your account, and that's the max you can have. If you have a hardcore character, I understand that. There's badges, it's hardcore, that's fine. Again, whatever you enjoy the game, that's how you want to play it. But at least 3 accounts, 4 accounts. Anyway, each level you gain up when all your guys are up to 40th level and through New York, the Warlords of New York, and completed that portion of the game, and you're all 40 level. When you gain a level on any character, you're gaining that level on your watch. And that level on your watch lets each character level up. When you look at your watch, which we'll show this, when you look at your watch, once you're past 1,000 levels, you're going to be able to assign your watch, because how you assign your watch is different per character. But once you're at 1,000, all this is maxed out. It doesn't matter anymore, and you're going to get scavenger points from here on out forever. And you get a little bit of boost in your armor or in your health every time you go up. So that guy that has 10,000 level watch, his health is a lot higher than it's 4-5 times as higher as mine. Look at my health is 354,000 health, and I this is the only one I got health rolled on it. So that's all comes from my watch for the most part. So that is worth checking out. Now, what I'm saying is on those resources, you can cash them in for these shade calibrations. So when you level up, so you do this today and you do it on challenging, you're going to gain a level. But you're going to gain a level on all 4 characters, which means it can equate, if you want to use those to buy the shade calibrations, you're going to get 4 shade calibrations, 1 on each character. Get my drift? Why you should have 4 accounts? Let's go on with the missions. Pathway Park, Wall Street, and Liberty Island this week to get your weekly bonus, the 5 shade calibrations, 360,750 experience. Legendary this week is the Capitol building, as I said. Remember to donate your shade request for a free exotic and the name gear. So you never play PvP and there's some named PvP exclusive named gear that you want, like the named like the sacrifice, which is the named uh, perfect. Anyway, it's glass cannon, perfect glass cannon. Sorry, brain dead. You can't tell I drove 500 miles early this morning. So I apologize for that. But that is perfect glass cannon, and it is only found in the dark zone or named item gear caches. So you could get that or perfect vigilance, again another dark zone exclusive. You can get that out of the named item cache, and you can get your named item cache by just donating these resources this week. And in the dark zone today, win a conflict match, complete in 3 conflict matches, and neutralize 10 agents. So if you're really good, you can get that done in 3 conflict matches and get yourself a 10,000 bonus. So if you're going to play conflict anyway, there's a little bonus here. It's not a lot. You can gain, do a match in 10, 15 minutes. So in less than an hour, if you play 3 and win at least one of them and kill 3 or 4 people every time, you'll have this done in an hour. Or you can, for 10,000 experience, or you can run Manning Zoo in 20, 25 minutes at a slow pace, maybe even faster, and get nearly, 1,000,000 points. So you can see how they need to really fix how much experience they give you on playing conflict. They really don't give you much incentive to playing conflict when it comes to experience. In the dark zone, extract each dark zone and neutralize 10 agents. Get you another whole 10,000 experience and 10,000 experience dark zone credits and 5 shade calibrations. Now the good thing about this is while you're doing that and you're doing the control points in the dark zone, those are some of the fastest ways of gaining XP and gaining levels. You can really fly through the levels doing XP, and it's always good to go in a dark zone with 3 other guys or 3 other gals, 3 other players that work well together and you enjoy playing with. It makes it a lot more fun. So let's look at what's going on with the seasons. So we know what's going to happen here. We know the big levels are 55 and 90 for the 2 exotics, 55 being the shotgun, the waveform at 90. Double caches. If you have the actual bought the season, you'll get an extra cache. If not, for the freebies, you'll get a cache, and at 100 you'll get the butt dangly, and then you get this cosmetic infiltrator's mask if you bought the season pass. Today is the golden bullet, and we will go over that in another video here shortly about day 1 and the golden bullet. And there's some of the requirements right there. Again, we'll go over those at a later time. So you have this. You also have the second week of the Viper League, and you can see all the times reset. So whatever points you got the first week, and we had the, what I told you you should get at least 30 points, and because of a long work week and a lot of other things to cover, I kind of stopped running after I got 30 points. So we can run Space Administration, Jefferson Plaza, and maybe even one of these, and we'll easily get this completed this week. Again, what we're trying to get for being a completionist is everything, so we want to get those 60 points. I got 28 more points to get the butt dangly, and 23 more points to get the exotic, 18 more points to get the optimization cache. The season cache is okay, and here in 2 points we're going to get the name cache. And again, name caches are really good because they'll drop You put all the named items together on one list, and say if 10% of them are Dark Zone exclusives, you got a 10% chance of getting something that you can get out of the Dark Zone that without going into Dark Zone. So it's worth it. Now, what I do recommend is just to see if it happens when you open these caches, or when you think you're going to get these caches, be at the highest difficulty. Throw on all the directives, everything, and then open your caches. See if that improves your loot drops a little bit. See if you get a better roll. I don't think it works, but couldn't hurt, right? So that's what's going on. We have the second week of the Viper League. We have the first day of the Golden Bullet. Remember, that's only a 1 week event, and it comes out 1 day at a time. Normally, I wouldn't even start on this event till Friday or Saturday morning, and since Friday is Christmas and we're isolated COVID, it'd be a great day to run through this. So I'm going to go ahead and run through these and try to get some builds going. So if there's something obscure that you need to do with a special skill that a lot of people don't use, and one thing that Massive does do about this, they kind of use these global events to force you to do something you normally the average player doesn't do to acquire. So let's look at day one real quick. Weak points. A lot of people don't shoot weak points. It's going to force you to do Black Tusk this day. So going ahead and doing the Invadeds today with this Golden Bullet on kind of can help you with the Black Tusk. Now the problem is if you got another day where there's some other Black Tusk event to do as well, you could have knocked those out with at the same day a lot easier. So efficiency wise, doing this event on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday of next week is more efficient than doing it every day. But I'll be doing it maybe today so I can help you, the players out that follow my channel and follow the global events. So the last thing we have on here is we do have the manhunt. We still have Viper that you can wipe out for each character, and once you get it done, you can undo it and reset it and do it again, and you can do it again. So you can constantly just kind of run through that again. Now, you would ask, Bear, I've already done it at Heroic the first time. Why would I want to do it again? Well, if you have a friend that says, hey, man, I haven't done my my manhunt for Viper this week, or this season yet. You want to help me out? Sure, go ahead and reset yours, jump in there, and do it. If you've done it at a lower level like hard, I challenge you to do it on challenging or more on all these, because when you clear out Viper, everything on challenging, Kestrel, Magnus, and Siri, and Faye at the end, all on challenging or up, it's a secret Xbox achievement. So there you go. And guess what? It's the last one that I have. It will make my Division 2 Platinum. So that's what's going on today in Division 2, just a few days before Christmas. Hopefully a lot of you, if the availability is to get a new Xbox or a new PlayStation, the new generations, and you guys get to play this event or play on here, this is the way to do it. One of the other things I want to be going over in the next few days is going to revisit one of my favorite builds that I loved running, and that is the sniper build. This is how I usually ran it, because I'm pretty stationary. I go ahead and run my Sawyer knee pads. It gives me some added strength, a little bit more armor, so I don't get one-shotted as much, and it gives me 30% weapon damage, which no other knee pads gives you that kind of damage. The problem is you have to be stationary for the first 10 seconds. Then you get to keep it even though you're moving for the next 10 seconds after that. So if you hold off 10 seconds, you can actually move before you take your shot and still get that bonus. It wasn't always that way. So let me say that one more time. Once you prop the Sawyer knee pads for working, you have a charge. It takes 10 seconds to charge this up to max at 30%. Then all stacks are lost after 30 or 10 seconds after moving. So that means if you have it maxed out, you can have up to the 10. Once you start moving, you can take your shot for up to 10 seconds and still get 30% damage. So if you have to make an adjustment, or you're getting pushed and you have to retreat a little bit for a few seconds, you have to do a cover to cover to move and then turn around and snap somebody's head off, it still works. It still happens. So it's really, really, yes. I was playing with Sawyer knee pads back when I was using Focus before Harrison Walker came out. I don't know if I was the first one to use it, but I've been running Sawyer knee pads since probably early March last year, long before WIDS, long before Nothing But Skills was making their viral videos on how to make a sniper build. So just ask around for people that's played with me, and again, maybe I'll throw some footage of some headshots. One of those times that I run through a mission to have 50 headshot kills in a mission. We'll have to do that as well. So this is Bear Essentials. I am Bear Byers. This is what's happening in Division 2. 22 December. I know this has went almost a half hour. I will try to make time marks so you can skip past all this. But I wanted to throw in some real good tips and tricks today. And some information on what's going to happen in some of the videos coming on later this week. So you have a blessed day, and I will see you in the grind.